Good morning and welcome to Alcatraz. My name's Jake.
I'm Georgia.
And we're going to be exploring Alcatraz this morning as part of our San Francisco adventure for a long weekend. Let's go see what the island has to offer.
Indians welcome United Indian Property, Indian Land. And many folks wonder what's up with the sign. Well, you are currently standing on Alcatraz Island. This island operated as a prison all the way up until 1963. 6 years after the prison closes, 1969, a group of Native American college students came out to the island and they took it over.
Now that we've had our mandatory ranger orientation,
Yep.
time to go and explore the island.
We have been released.
We've been released. So the new industries building is actually closing early today, so we're going to head over that way, as well as the Rose Garden, I think he said. So we'll head over that way, see if we can do those first, and then probably head into the Cellhouse where they have an audio tour. So they use this building to get all the power for the whole island. Since they don't need this anymore, what do they do for power?
They put some solar panels on top of the Cellhouse because this bad boy burned over 760,000 gallons of black, thick fuel.
Looks like they're still kind of evolving the whole island as part of the National Park Service. And the new industries building apparently is new. I just read that on the sign.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Guess it does make sense. They're just kind of restoring things and turning things into more like museums. One inmate actually spent 10 years collecting army uniform pieces so he could eventually escape.
I mean, you made it pretty far.
Yeah, he actually did manage to get there, and then they caught him and then put him in 3 years solitary confinement. So Alcatraz was built in the late 1800s as a military base.
Yep.
It then quickly became a military prison in the early 1900s until about the 30s when it became a federal penitentiary, and then closed in the 60s. Pretty much the entire time they had people working, which they have pros and cons for inmate work.
Yeah, I think there's always been a ethical debate on that one, but
It's one of those things, I guess, like, I don't know, you're going to build a prison on an island without any running water and electricity and easy access to things. I guess you kind of have to do it yourself too. So
someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like if I was ever in prison, I would want to work. Like, what else are you doing?
it gives you something to do.
Yes.
And it seems like most of them spent a lot of their time planning to escape whilst they were working.
Yeah.
We were just saying, imagine being in this big room here, washing clothes and blankets and stuff, and out the window, you've just got a view of freedom. Like, of course you're going to plan to escape.
Yeah, absolutely.
As many of them tried.
Not many of them succeeded, though.
No.
In 1953, the US government passed the termination policy, which made indigenous tribes no longer recognized by the federal government and called for all of their land to be sold to the government. After that, in 1956, they passed the Relocation Act, which basically forced Native Americans out of their land and into mainstream American society. It made their children go to boarding schools where they were forced to learn Christian ideologies, which fought to erase years of tribal culture and everything that they've learned passed down from ancestors. So fast forward a few years, the prison closed in 1963, and in 1969 a group of San Francisco Bay Area students actually came over to the island and occupied it for 19 months. They called themselves the Indians of all tribes, and they fought to reclaim this land which did once belong to the indigenous peoples.
Birds just sound like they're... maybe we shouldn't go this way. I think we're going to get attacked by birds. Look at how big they are. Oh, lots of poop. Just look at how many birds there are. And they're like this all the way around the island. Some park rangers just told us this is a good time to come. because most of the birds on the island right now are here to nest and mate, and then they're all going to go back out to the ocean, and they won't be seen until next time. So this used to be the warden's house that ended up being a massive mansion with at least 15 rooms. And in 1970, it burned down along with a load of the other buildings on the island. So the warden's house was up at the top, and then this used to be a row of houses for the officers that all burnt down in that fire. There's a lot of houses that were lost.
So during the 19-month occupation of the island, this message was written on the water tower saying peace and freedom welcome. In 2012, the National Park Service did refurbish the water tower, but they invited the original occupiers and their family to come and repaint the important message that they left behind in the 70s.
Welcome to some of Alcatraz's rose gardens. Thanks, Georgia. Very nice gardens. Included in your ticket is also an audio tour of the Cellhouse, so we're going to do that now. So when they arrived, they'd be searched, put in the showers where they had no privacy, and then they were issued their prison uniform, all in this space here as they first get to Alcatraz. Here's the showers with no privacy. Okay, here we go. Here we go to prison. Now we shall have an audio tour, and we'll let you know a few things, I guess. Not a nice room to have your dinner in.
What did you think of the cell block tour?
I liked the cell block tour. I liked the way that they did the old prison guards' voices as the narrator. They also had inmates' voices telling the stories of what they experienced while they were in Alcatraz. And it was very interesting. It was very informative. It was very crowded. I said to Jake as we were leaving, I wish they kind of regulated how many people could go through at once. Just so you know, it's kind of like sardines in a little can, and you just kind of which I guess is a very authentic prison experience. Thank you, Alcatraz. But yeah, I liked the tour and I thought it was pretty informative, and I would definitely do it again. If we came with, say, your parents or my parents, I would bring them to this, and I would do it with them. Are you ready to escape from Alcatraz?
I think we're about to escape, but they're going to send a boat for us, so we should be okay.
We don't have to swim in the shark-infested waters of the San Francisco Bay. So the queue to get back to the mainland is, we are at the end, it goes down, doubles back, and then you at some point join this line, and it goes all the way over there to get to the boat.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be here a little while.
Probably.
It's currently 1:05. See what time we get on the boat.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% confident that we're going to make it on this boat, but the line is moving at a considerable pace. Jake's busy. We might actually make it on this boat.
I think we are doing.
I think we're making it on the boat. Wonderful. So it's 6 minutes.
Yeah, we got here at a good time. Some people have waited 30 minutes for this.
Yeah.
Okay, we are here. We're about 2 months after the trip. This is the day before we're actually uploading the video. We did definitely film an outro. We can't find the footage anywhere.
Nope.
We were stood in front of Alcatraz, so you'll have to just pretend that it's there now.
Ooh.
Whoa, nice.
Prison.
Did you have a good tour?
I had a really good tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It's definitely something that we could do again. I'm sure
Yeah.
each time may be different.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely the thing to do in San Francisco. It's one of the things that they're most known for. We missed it the first trip, knowing that we'd come back at some point. So, yeah, I definitely would recommend it. I'd recommend it for anyone that's going. The tour was well organised in terms of like getting on the boat and stuff. It definitely got a bit busier as the day went on, so going early is probably the best bet.
We hope you enjoyed the video. We hope you enjoyed your trip to Alcatraz.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, let us know by giving us a little like and maybe even subscribe if you do feel so inclined. It means a lot to us.
We just hit 50,000 subscribers like 2 days ago,
Yeah.
so join the family.
We see ya.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Maybe we shouldn't go this way. I think we're going to get attacked by birds.
Bagels.
A kid on the boat referred to the seagulls as bagels because they're seagulls that live in the bay. And I kind of get it. We can call them bagels.
They are bagels.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a dead end.
This is a 5-star establishment. Please don't be so rude. You have lovely views of the bay. You'll pay big bucks for these views in the city. Did some inmates' voices for the... Sorry.